Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Daly Field in Boston, Massachusetts, here to bring you this East Coast Football League spring season contest between the visiting Tri-State Bruins and the hosting Metrowest Golden Badgers. Well, the weather gods have appear to be giving us a bit of a break here. It's been raining hard all for much of the day. As of now, the rain kind of letting up, a little bit of sprinkles starting to come back. But we're hoping it holds off. I'm especially hoping it holds off for the sake of all the electrical equipment I've got to make this stream possible. I've got some extra raincoats I can throw over my equipment to try and save them if the rain comes back. So fingers crossed that the weather agrees with us for this one so that we can give this game some proper great coverage. Now, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all things Golden Badgers football. And then, of course, if there's anything you'd like to say, we encourage you to say it in the live chat. It could be as simple as Go Badgers or Go Bruins. No matter who you're rooting for, we appreciate the good vibes from the fans and supporters in the live chat. You want to shout out your favorite player. Maybe you're tuning into this stream to watch a family member or a friend playing on either team. You want to give them a shout out. That's always good reason to get in the live chat. Maybe you want to let us know where you're tuning in from. One of the cool things about doing these online live streams on YouTube is that people can watch from literally anywhere in the world so long as they got that Wi-Fi connection. So sometimes it's fun to hear about the people tuning in from, different cities, different states, even different countries. So that could be a fun reason to participate in the live chat. On the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the live stream, our Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi connection's been a little shaky to start this one. Seems like it's settling down, but, could potentially crash on us just because technology can be fickle like that. So if you notice any major issues, either with the video or the audio, please try and let me know in the live chat. It might, you never know, it might be something I don't notice on my end, and it might be something that I can fix right in that moment. So don't hesitate to speak up if you notice something in the live chat. And also, if the Wi-Fi goes on the fritz on us again as the game goes, let me know if it gets egregiously bad, because I am simultaneously recording this while I am streaming it, so we've got a backup version that can be uploaded if the stream just goes on the fritz. And then perhaps most importantly, roster stuff. If you notice me mispronouncing anyone's name, you want to correct me in the live chat. That's always a good reason. Unfortunately, I did not get a roster from the Bruins. They didn't have one online. Tried to see if I could email them. Didn't get a response back. So I don't have any names for the Tri-State Bruins players. If you know a player's name and jersey number, and you're a Bruins fan, you can let me know in the live chat, and then I'll be able to call that player by their name as I call this game. And then, same thing for any Badgers fans. There might be, a late addition to the roster whose name is not on the online roster or something like that, or maybe someone's wearing a different jersey number today or something like that, or maybe I'm just botching someone's name. My view is part of my job as the commentator is that I should get these names right if I can. To me, that's the best way to represent these men as they give it their all on the field. So on that note, speaking of the roster, let's go through the roster for the Metrowest Golden Badgers, listed on the ECFL website in alphabetical order, so that's how we'll be reading this through. First off, we have someone without a jersey number listed here from Framingham, Massachusetts, Josh Ajay. Next, number 0 from Framingham, Massachusetts, Christian Alissier. From Boston, Massachusetts, number 38, Marquise Allen. From Lawrence, Massachusetts, number 10, Felipe Andrade. From Boston, number 30, Ty Barnes. From Framingham, number 13, Richard Boston. From Revere, number 15, Brandon Brito. From Harwick, number 20, Ricky Brock. From Framingham, number 16, Shane Bushy. From Framingham, number 2, Keith Campbell Jr. From Framingham, number 42, Ethan DeJesus. From Framingham, number 31, Gio DeJesus. From Chelsea, number 43, Shane Delaney Cruz. From Wellesley, number 63, David Dell. From Boston, number 4, Ralph Duperville. From Quincy, number 77, Peter Fitzpatrick. From Haverhill, number 11, Jose Florentino. From Bridgewater, number 87, Javon Furtado. From Framingham, no jersey number listed, Christopher Garcia. From Rockville, Connecticut, number 29, Daniel Garcia. From Framingham, number 80, Hinks Gellin. From Worcester, number 72, Tony Gomera. From Framingham, number 47, Ryan Gorman. From Boston, number 53, Sherlyn Harvey. From Haverhill, number 27, Dasani Houston. From Boston, number 3, Marquise Hughes. From Boston, number 5, Jean Janvier. From Springfield, number 79, Chris Kindness. From Roxbury, number 69, Renee Laureano. From Framingham, number 57, Joe Lyman. From Framingham, number 75, Cal Martin. From Framingham, no number listed, Isaiah Martino. No town listed, number 33, Paul Munier. From Boston, number 25, Kyle Mitchell. From Framingham, number 61, AJ Montañez. From Boston, number 23, Cuba Morales. From Framingham, number 21, Maurice Nobles III. From Boston, number 7, Miles Oakletree. From Boston, no number listed, Gabriel Pacheco. From Boston, number 28, Nate Perilla. From Boston, number 70, Roberto Perez. From Pembroke, number 12, Pat Picariello. From Springfield, number 8, Kirk Prescott. From Detroit, Michigan, no number listed, Alonzo Prescott. From Framingham, number 32, Kevin Rodriguez. From Framingham, number 26, Desmond Rogers. From North Brookfield, number 55, Anthony Savicki. From Boston, number 44, Jaden Shepard. From Boston, number 9, Hugh Simmons. From Framingham, number 51, Charlie Stokes. From Boston, number 22, George Tate. And from Framingham, number 88, Eduardo Valesio. The owner of the Metrowest Golden Badgers is Dante Rogers. So that is the full lineup for the Badgers. I'm hoping it's not going to rain so I can keep that roster nice and visible on my laptop screen. In the meantime, looks like the Bruins are going to kick to start the game, and the Badgers are going to receive here in the first quarter. If I recall correctly, both teams are coming into this game with 1 win. And I think both of them got their win against the Lightning, I want to say. I'll double check that in a sec. Want to make sure I don't want to miss the start of the game. But either way, someone is coming away with their second win of the season today. You know, unless anything particularly bad happens with the weather. I know I saw in the forecast there's a chance of thunderstorms later tonight. Again, we're just hoping that you know, comes in later, that we avoid that, and then we get to have a nice football game out here at Daly Field in Boston, Massachusetts. Looks like number 11 is going to kick this one away for the Tri-State Bruins. The Badgers have their return unit. Looks like number 3, Marquise Hughes, the lone deep man. Here we go. Badgers versus Bruins, ECFL Spring season action. Here we go. It's a low line drive kick bouncing along. It is picked up. This is number 27, Dasani Houston, who returns it just short of the 40, tackled by the Bruins' number 10. So the Badgers coming out for their first offensive possession. I know those of you who have watched my previous streams of the Badgers, usually on the scoreboard graphic I have in the bottom left of your screen, usually I include down and distance. In the case that this rains and I have to throw my coat over my laptop, I'm not going to be able to update the scoreboard as frequently, so I've just left it with basic quarter and score just in case. You know, like I said, I'm happy I'm able to do this stream at all. When I was looking at the weather earlier, I was thinking there was a chance I would have to cancel the live stream out of the threat to my equipment, but fortunately enough, here we are, 1st and 10 from the Badgers' 40-yard line. After the opening kick return from Dasani Houston, quarterback Pat Picariello in shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Kirk Prescott in the backfield at his left. Takes a snap, quick screen pass, almost intercepted, but it is collected. And the receiver gets pushed forward by the tacklers for actually a fairly nice gain. That pass was caught by number 16, Shane Bushy. Going to be a gain of 5 on the play. The pass almost intercepted by the Bruins. That could have been a disaster for the Badgers. But not only is it caught, but the tacklers kind of pushed Bushy forward for most of his 5-yard gain. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Badgers from their own 45. Once again, 3 to the right, 1 to the left of Picariello. Prescott at his left in shotgun. Snap, hands it off to Prescott. Prescott stuffed immediately. That's going to be a loss of about 1 or 2. Looks like it's going to be a loss of 1. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the 44. Looks like Prescott coming off the field for this play. The Badgers bell cow back with him on the sidelines. Feels like an increased likelihood that they go for a pass. Looks like they've got Nate Perilla, number 28, taking his spot in the backfield. Maybe he's getting a role as a 3rd down back. We shall see. Snapped Picariello, steps back, looking to throw. Throws a pass, overthrows his man, and that's going to be incomplete and bring up 4th down and 6. Pass was thrown in the area of number 11, who is not on my roster, so, you know, live chat, maybe you can help me out with that one. Raindrops are starting to fall again, so I'm going to throw my coat over my laptop. just to keep it safe, so might be a little trickier for me to see your notes in the live chat, but I'll do my best. And the Badgers trying to punt, but a disastrous snap picked up by the punter. Running, he tries to kick it. It just dribbles along the ground. A disaster for the Badgers on that punt play. And so the Bruins are going to take over inside Badger territory. Wasn't all that much that the punter, number 57, Joe Lyman, could do in that situation. And now the Bruins will be starting at the exact same yard marker that the Badgers started their possession. 1st and 10 from the Badgers' 40-yard line. Wi-Fi looks like it might be getting a little shaky, but hopefully it stabilizes. Bruins out for 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers either side. There's the snap. Quarterback drops back, throws, overthrows the man, and it's a pop fly catch. Marquise Hughes running back after the interception and dives across midfield. Marquise Hughes gives the ball right back to the Golden Badgers on that interception there. Quarterback just completely overthrew his man there, kind of similar to how Picariello overthrew his man on 3rd down when the Badgers had the ball, but this time there was a defender right there to snag that one. And now the Badgers are going to be taking over 1st and 10 from the Bruins' 43-yard line. Two receivers on either side of Picariello here on 1st down. Snap gives to Prescott. Prescott's got a bit of a lane, churning those legs forward for a short gain. Might have been about 3 or 4 yards. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 40, so that will be a gain of 3 on 1st down. 2nd and 7. On their last offensive possession, the Badgers got a 5-yard gain on a screen pass to Shane Bushy, then lost 1 yard on an attempted run, and then after an incomplete pass, they lost 4 yards on a botched snap on the punt, effectively going 0 yards on 4 downs. Here they've gone 3 yards. They send Houston in motion. Snap, give to Houston on the jet sweep. Houston quickly runs out of room, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Bruins. Another defensive takeaway. This time the Bruins, number 17, takes it away as the ball was popped out of the hands of Houston on the attempted jet sweep. A Badgers player slow to get up. Hopefully he is okay. That looks like number 63, David Dell. Hopefully he's all right. In the meantime, the Bruins take over 1st and 10 from their own 46. So the two teams just trading the ball back and forth. No offensive 1st downs as of yet. 2 receivers on either side of the Bruins quarterback, who threw an interception to Marquise Hughes on his first pass attempt. Taking a second to tie his shoe. Snap, handoff, number 2 running to his left, looking for some spot on the outside, finds some room, and runs into a pile after what is the biggest gain from scrimmage thus far. Looks like a gain of about 8 yards out to the Badgers' 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2. Shotgun again, 2 receivers either side. Snap is botched. It's bouncing away. 13 trying to chase after it. Can't pick it up. It's picked up by the Badgers. Nobody wants this football. 3 straight defensive takeaways. This one fallen on by number 0, Christian Alissier. So the Badgers back on offense after their 2nd defensive takeaway of the game. It's been a wild game of turnovers so far. We've had a botched snap on a punt attempt, an interception, a fumble, and a botched snap to the quarterback. And that's how all of the offensive possessions have ended so far today. Badgers back out here at Daly Field. Snap to Picariello, gives to Prescott. Prescott finds a bit of a lane, pushes forward for a nice gain. Ball did come out, but they say down on contact. So from the 36 down to the 31, a 5-yard gain on the carry by Kirk Prescott. Rain's still fairly light, so hoping it doesn't increase in intensity and we can keep this stream going. 2nd and 5 for the Badgers. Snap to Picariello, steps back, quick pass out to Houston. Houston dodges the first tackler and he's off to the races. Pushed out of bounds after a nice gain and the first offensive first down of the day. From the 31 all the way down to what appears to be the 17, a 14-yard catch and run on the screen pass to Desani Houston. First and 10 from the 17 now for the Badgers. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left of Picariello now. Snap, handoff, Prescott trying to fend off the tacklers. He shakes out one, but he is going to get stuffed a yard or 2 behind the line of scrimmage. The Bruins trying to argue that they took the ball away, but I think the officials are calling end of forward progress. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. It will be 2nd and 12. Second and 12 from the 19. Picariello steps back, looking to throw, fires up a heave, and it's almost intercepted. Receiver looked like he wasn't even looking for it. Bit of miscommunication there. Pass intended for Christian Alissier. So it's going to be 3rd and 12. The Badgers hoping not to stall out here in the red zone. But they're going to need some kind of big play in the next 2 downs. Two receivers either side. Prescott to the left of Picariello. Snap, steps back, looking, throwing across the middle, hits his man, breaks a tackle, and keeps on moving forward. Brought down short of the first. I believe that was Shane Bushy with his second catch of the day. Nice gain there, but it is going to bring up 4th down and about 3 from the 10-yard line. Badgers trying to rush it. Snap, handoff, Prescott, nowhere to go, but he's staying on his feet. Prescott's trying to make something out of nothing. Prescott finding the edge. Can he push forward? He's still trying to push him off. He is brought down short. Prescott was looking anywhere and everywhere for a chance to gain on that play, but there just were no big enough openings. And so the Badgers turn it over on downs. They were hoping to catch the Bruins off guard with a slight rush to the huddle, but it did not work. After a loss of about 5 on the play, the Bruins will be taking over 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now the Bruins have turned the ball over on each of their past 2 possessions. They really can't afford a turnover here this deep in their own end. Snap, fake the handoff, screen pass out to 19. 19's got some room to run, running, spinning off one tackle, but he is wrapped up and brought down by Alissier. Happy to see some of the good vibes in the live chat. I'll only be able to check occasionally as my laptop, which shows the live chat, is underneath my jacket right now. Handoff. Noah faked handoff. Number 13, the quarterback, taking off and running. Stood up by Lyman and finally brought down. Looks like that's going to be good for a 1st down. The Bruins string a couple of positive plays together and give themselves a little breathing room after starting deep in their own territory. They will now be at their own 26. And I think some people in the live chat, off a quick glance, I think some were alluding to the fact that this could very well be the last Badgers home game at Daly Field, as they are planning a move out to Framingham for this upcoming summer season. If that is the case, they want to leave this field with the best game they possibly can, as that one overthrown just out of the reach of, I want to say, Lyman, as he was doing what he was supposed to do. He was rushing to cover the receiver, but the throw was over the receiver, and as a result, it was over Lyman's outstretched arm. So I understand the frustration he felt on that, but it's hard to fault him. He did his job on that play. 2nd and 10 now for the Bruins. 2 receivers on either side. Snap. Handoff to number 10. He's running to the outside. Got a little bit of room. Wrapped up and brought down by Bushy. Shane Bushy all over the field early for the Badgers. He's had 2 receptions for some nice gains. And now he's got a tackle there. So this will bring up 3rd down and about 5 from the 31-yard line. And we've got a false start. A setback for the Bruins as they're going to move back 5 yards right to where they started this set of downs. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 from the 26. So we go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10. Still scoreless here in the first quarter. 2 receivers on either side of the quarterback. Snap, looking to throw. Quick screen pass, broken up by Miles Ochiltree. Again, if that throw wasn't as high as it was, it could have been picked off. Badgers have had a couple potential interceptions taken away by just how high the throws were from the Bruins QB. But with that pass breakup, that is now going to set up a 4th and 10, and the Bruins are lining up to punt. Marquise Hughes setting up to return the punt, with Desani Houston, the short returner. Snap, number 11, punts it away. It's going to be high and shallow, very shallow, but a favorable bounce. And they're not going to pick it up. They're just going to let it bounce all the way to midfield. And I believe they just called the end of the first quarter. So after 1, we have no score. Looks like the live stream is acting a little screwy. My apologies, folks. I'll be sure to give this video a look tomorrow after all the video finishes processing. And if it's really egregiously bad, if large chunks of the game are left out, I will have a full recording that I can upload so that people can watch the full game. For right now, there's not much I can do. If the Wi-Fi goes on the fritz, you know, just got to push forward as best we can. But we are going to start this first possession of the second quarter now. Both teams still looking for their first score. The Badgers going to have 1st and 10 at midfield. They move Duperville in motion. Snap to Picariello. It's a shovel pass to Duperville. Duperville was wrapped up, but he shakes out the tacklers. He breaks 3 tackles on his way to a first down. Ralph Duperville seemed like he was going to get wrapped up after at first it seemed like he had good position to escape. Then it seemed like the first tackler wasn't going to let go of his jersey, and he was going to be slowed down just enough for another helper to tackle him. Then he broke that off of both tacklers at the same time, kept running, broke off another tackler, and managed to move forward for a first down. Down to the 37 after a 13-yard catch and run by Ralph Duperville on the shovel pass. Now they send Houston in motion. Snapped Picariello, gives to Prescott. Prescott's got a hole. Kirk Prescott taking off and running downfield for a nice gain. And that is going to move the chains. Kirk Prescott with his biggest run of the day so far. Goes for exactly 10 yards down to the Bruins 27. The Badgers starting to string some big plays together, but they still got to string together some more if they want to get on the scoreboard. First and 10 from the Bruins 27. They send a man in motion. That's Duperville. Snapped Picariello. Give to Prescott. Prescott dives forward for a short gain. Got some winds gusting in now. Oops. Sorry about that. Was just trying to wipe off camera a little bit. It is getting a little wetter out here. The rain seems to have let up for the moment. Now we just got wind to deal with. Still spitting a few raindrops, and hopefully it doesn't ramp back up again. Second down. And about 8. Picariello takes a snap, unloads a deep throw, overthrows his man. Intended for Shane Bushy, looks like. Just out of his reach. Looked like Bushy kind of stopped. Not sure if he was hindered at any point on that play. But either way, this is going to bring up 3rd down and 7, actually, from the Bruins' 24. Snapped Picariello, steps back, quick throw as he's hit. It's a pop fly, almost picked off, but not quite. Badgers get away with one that time. Picariello hit as he threw it. And that was a pop fly of a throw, but the Bruins cannot come down with it. It will be 4th and 7 from the 24. And folks, one more note I'm going to say, if there's anything you'd like to say to me and you feel like I'm not responding to the live chat fast enough because I can only check it so often with my coat over my laptop, I'm going to offer up, you can send me an email if you feel like you have something urgent to say about the stream. My personal email address, jgms88@gmail.com. In the meantime, big play coming up here for the Badgers, 4th and 7 from the 24. They're hoping to keep this possession going. 2 receivers on either side. Snap. Handoff to Prescott. They try for a reverse, but they lost the ball. It's a fumble picked up by the Bruins. The Bruins are going to try and run this one back. They might have daylight here. Chased down from behind. He shakes out the tackle, and he's got blockers in front of him. But Shane Bushy fights off both blockers to rip down the return man. Shane Bushy saves a potential Bruins touchdown there as number 23 recovered the botched reverse play and was running it back. He had blockers in front of him. It looked like he was going to go all the way. Credit to Shane Bushy, who pushed off 2 blockers to get to the Bruins' number 23 and bring him down before he could score. But now we've got an exact reversed field. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the Badgers' 24. So can the Bruins offense capitalize off of that disaster for the Badgers offense? Timeout called by the Bruins. Once again, if you've got anything important you want to say about the stream, any technical difficulties, any names I'm not saying correctly, any names I don't have a roster for that you want to offer up, my email address is jgms88@gmail.com. J as in Jaguar, G as in Gator, M as in Mary, S as in Sam, and 88 as in Terry Glenn's jersey, old jersey number with the Patriots, @gmail.com. In the meantime, out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the Badgers' 24. Number 13 in shotgun. He's got two receivers on either side. They send number 1 in motion. Snap. It's a shovel to number 1. Running to the outside. He's got some room, but he gets stood up on the outside. And he's going to get tackled after a pretty nice gain there. Down to the 16 for a gain of 8. Second and 2 for the Bruins. Their first trip inside the red zone. There's a snap. It's a handoff to number 10. Number 10 cutting up field, bouncing to the outside now. Breaks one tackle and gets pushed out of bounds by Duperville. And that is going to be enough for the first. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 10-yard line. So it's going to be first and goal for the Bruins from the Badgers' 10. Two receivers either side. Snap. Looking to pass, throws one up, picked off! It's picked off! And there's daylight in front of him! Joe Lyman trying to run it back. He gets wrapped up and thrown down by number 13. But a huge red zone interception by number 57, Joe Lyman. For a second, it looked like he might have had daylight, but for the second time in a row, we have a big tackle on the run back. So the Badgers will take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line. That is the Badgers' second interception, third defensive takeaway of the game, as the defenses have been standing strong for both squads, but still no score on the board. Picariello looking to throw, quick throw, hits his man. That's Duperville. Duperville still fighting, keeps pushing forward almost to midfield. Another first down for number 4, Ralph Duperville. Caught that one with the defender draped over him and then just kept dragging him for a few extra yards out to the 49-yard line. A 17-yard reception for Ralph Duperville. His second reception of 10-plus yards on the day, after he shook off some tacklers for a big gain on a shovel pass last possession. They send Houston in motion. It hits Houston, but he picks it up off the fumble. Flag is thrown. This might be some kind of an illegal formation on the Badgers, as that play was just all kinds of wrong. I mean, the Badgers got very lucky that after it bounced hands, I mean, hey, if you want to hand wave it and just say, oh, all according to plan, you could say that was an attempted direct snap with extra steps. I think they might have picked up the flag. So is it still first and 10 or is it second and 10? Chain gang is not flipping the... Okay, now they're flipping the down. So, okay, they picked up the flag. There's no flag on the play. It was no gain on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 49. Picariello looking to throw, scrambling, and he gets wrapped up and brought down. Number 17 with the sack, or maybe it was number 11. Couple tacklers in there for the Bruins. And that's a 9-yard loss for the Badgers all the way back to their own 40. It's going to be 3rd and 19. And boy, if that just hasn't been the day for both offenses so far. One step forward, one big step back. Two receivers on either side of Picariello. They're going to need some kind of big play here on 3rd and long. Picariello looking to throw. Quick screen pass. Finds Alissier. Alissier trying to push forward, and he gets a short gain. Probably not going to be enough to keep the punt unit off the field, as he gains about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be 4th and 14 from the Badgers 45, and they're going to send Lyman out to punt. Lyman, who of course had the big red zone interception to get the Badgers the ball. But unfortunately, they could not turn that takeaway into points. This snap is good. Punt is good. It's a line drive. Favorable bounce for the Badgers. And it is picked up by the return man for the Bruins. And he jukes out one tackler and finds some room to run. Now cutting around the outside. He's still got more room. He's heading down the sideline. Blockers in front of him. And he gets rammed by Lyman. Joe Lyman, the punter, with the hit stick, as he took down both the blocker and the ball carrier in one huge hit. Another clutch tackle on what seemed like a surefire run. The Bruins will take over after what was still a good punt return. But a point-saving tackle by Joe Lyman. I think I heard someone just say that Lyman knocked down those guys like bowling pins, and that's an apt analogy. Wait, what's going on? Are they going to say re-kick? Was there a flag on the play? What? Oh my God, after all that, are they going to say that play didn't count? What happened? What? They're re-punting. So after all of that, the great return by the Bruins return man, the great tackle by Lyman, none of it counts. Unbelievable. Low snap, Lyman picks it up, and the punt is flubbed. And it's going to be picked up, but he lost. What the heck? They blow it dead. They're going to say he was out of bounds. So the big tackle by Lyman is undone, and the punt is not very good. But at the end of the day, it does push the Bruins back a few yards. Boy, if that wasn't a weird sequence. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Badgers' 44-yard line. Still scoreless here in the second quarter at Daly Field. Two receivers on either side of 13. Sends a man in motion, and it's a handoff. Flag is thrown. It might be an illegal formation. I think I saw an extra guy moving, and they are going to call an illegal shift on the Bruins. And it looks like they've declined the penalty since they still tackled the Bruins for a 2-yard loss. So they're going to take the 2-yard loss and the down, so it will be 2nd and 12. Three receivers on the left and one on the right this time. Snap, 13 looking to throw, still looking, got some time, now scrambling, still scrambling, avoids a couple tacklers, now forced out of bounds by Duperville after a short gain. Looks like they got back the 2 yards they lost on the previous play, and so it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 44. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Snap, 13 hands off to 10. 10 trying to find a lane and escapes a couple tacklers, still running. Lost the ball! He lost the ball! It's being run back by the Badgers. Trying to shake off one last tackler. He's brought down on the big run back. I believe it's Marquise Hughes again. Marquise Hughes with his 2nd defensive takeaway of the day. That's the 4th takeaway for the Badgers defense. I didn't quite see who it was that ripped the ball out of the ball carrier, but it was popped into the air and snagged by Hughes, who took off running down the sideline. Rain's really coming down out here at Daly Field. First and 10 for the Badgers from what appears to be the Bruins' 32-yard line as the Bruins call timeout. Just gonna try and wipe my camera off a bit. Well, it's been less than ideal from Mother Nature. And the stream seems like it's been in and out today, but we're going to keep doing the best we can. 1st and 10, Picariello takes a snap, hands off, Prescott bursting forward for a short gain. Looks like we've reached the 2-minute warning of the first half. Badgers trying to see if they can get one score on the board. Inside the red zone now after what appears to be a gain of about 4. They started on the 22. Looks like they're down to now about the 18. So 2nd and about 6 for the Badgers. 2 receivers on either side of Picariello. Snap. Give to Prescott again. Prescott jukes out one tackler, but is met at the line by several more, and he's got nowhere to go. That's either no gain or a short loss. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they are going to spot it. No gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 6 from the 18. Snapped. Picariello steps back, looking to throw, fires a throw, picked off. The Bruins take it right back on the interception. Pass was intended for Shane Bushy. Taken away by the Bruins. Player who's coming up with a bit of a limp here, as we have yet another turnover. Picariello was trying to thread that needle, but just too small of a window. And so the Bruins will take over 1st and 10 at their own 19. Shotgun formation for the Bruins on 1st and 10. Snap, handoff. Number 10 has found a hole. Number 10 breaking free. He's dragged down just past the 40. You can see how bad the rain's coming down out here by how bad the screen is getting on my camera. Snap, 13 looking to throw, floats one, it's dropped. In and out of the hands of number 11, that'll be 2nd and 10. From what appears to be the 43-yard line. Both teams trying to make something happen before the half. We are currently scoreless. Still waiting for that big play that's going to put somebody on the board. Quarterback scramble, finds a bit of room, cutting across the field, finding some more room, and running forward close to the marker. It's going to depend on where they mark him. Looks like they're going to mark him exactly at the yard to gain. Or are they? No, he's a yard short. He needed to get to the 47. They mark him at the 48, so it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Bruins. I think I just heard someone say there's 32 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter before we go to our halftime break. Snap, 13 looking to throw, pumps, unloads a deep shot, and it drops incomplete. Intended for number 1. Couple defenders were in the area trying to chase after that fly ball, including number 4, Ralph Duperville. As that one falls incomplete, it's going to be 4th and 1 now because they decided to go deep on 3rd and 1, but only so much time left in the half. Two receivers on either side of 13. Snap. Rolling out. He's keeping it himself. Flag is thrown as he does run for a first, but we'll see what the flag is. This one might be coming back. Holding on the offense is what is called. So no first down for the Bruins. They are going to be pushed back and replay fourth down. And now this is very interesting. So it's 4th and 11 back at the Bruins 42. Now, are they still going to go for it given how little time is left here in the half? Or are they going to punt? It looks like they are going to go for it, so it looks like they're banking on this being the final play of the half. Snap, 13, stepping back, unloads a high throw. It is caught at the first down marker by number 19. But he's a yard short. He caught it at the 48. They needed to get to the 47. And so the Badgers will take over on downs despite a nice catch right around the marker. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Badgers at the 48. They might have time to get off one play before halftime. As there's just seconds left in the second quarter here. Timeout now called by the Bruins. Rain's really starting to come down, something awful out here. Still keeping it going for now, but like I said, I'm operating a lot of pricey electrical equipment out here. So if it starts raining too hard and I feel like it's going to be a risk for my equipment, I might have to cut the stream short just to pack up my stuff. But for now, Badgers are going to pack it up for halftime. No score at the half here at Daly Field between the Metrowest Golden Badgers and the Tri-State Bruins. A half full of clumsy offense and clutch defense is about the best we can describe it. A couple of big returns from both teams seemed like they might be taken to the house, but ultimately were chased down. And so this is where we are at halftime. Seems like my equipment is nice and safe under my jacket. And so I'm going to keep it that way. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan live at Daly Field in Boston, Massachusetts for this ECFL Spring League action. And I'm going to take a break off of the mic, but I'll be back for the second half. Stay tuned. Sorry about that little juggling there, folks. Badgers were kind enough to give me an umbrella during halftime. That's going to keep my camera a little more safe as this rain is, well, it's coming down out here. Fortunately, my extra raincoat, that is, has done a good job protecting my laptop. So we can continue this live stream into the third quarter. No score here at Daly Field between the Metrowest Golden Badgers and the Tri-State Bruins here in this East Coast Football League spring season contest. And while Mother Nature was kind to us at the start of the game, she is a vengeful one. Coming back with some torrential downpours here in the second half as the Badgers get ready to kick this one off. By, I believe, number 19. Patiently setting out the blockers in front of him. Trying to cut to the outside, and he fights through a bit of a hole, keeps fighting, and is finally stopped somewhere around midfield. So we'll see where they spot this one, as it will be a fresh set of downs. A fresh set of downs for the half. Our first offensive possession of the second half here to start the third quarter, and it looks like it's going to be started exactly at midfield. A little bit of wind to go with this rain, because why not? And this is the Bruins lineup in shotgun. Two receivers on either side for 1st and 10. Snap, handoff. Ball carrier running with it. Gets a little past the line of scrimmage, but gets dragged down. Combined efforts of Christian Alissier and Joe Lyman on the tackle there for the Badgers. It's going to be a gain of about 1. Boy, can we go back to the light rain we had earlier? Please. Second down and 9 for the Bruins from the Badgers' 49-yard line after a 1-yard gain on first down. Snap, another handoff. Number 2 bouncing to the outside, trying to push forward. Gets dragged down after another short gain. I asked if we could go back to the light rain, and it started raining harder. So I think the weather is listening to me. And by that, I mean listening and giving me the exact opposite of what I asked for. No, the weather doesn't concern me. Why? Does it seem that way? 3rd and 5 after a 4-yard gain on second down. Snap is low, taken by 13, trying to scramble, finds a bit of an edge, gains forward, keeps moving, and he's got the first down for the Bruins. Fresh set of downs for the Bruins, the Badgers' 39-yard line. Snapped 13, handoff to 10. 10 running, gets dragged down behind the line. Great tackle by the Badgers' number 70, Roberto Perez. Loss of about 4 on the play. Brings them back to the 43. Snap, screen pass to number one. Number one taking off running. Gets grabbed, gets brought down. He's going to be stopped after a short gain. Got about back to where they started at the 39. This is going to bring up 3rd and 10. Third and 10 for the Bruins. 2 receivers on either side of 13. They send one in motion, and they pitch it to one. One takes off running. He's got the first down. Hold on more. He lost the football. It's a loose ball, but it rolls out of bounds. The Bruins get a lucky break on that one, and they've got a big first down. Triumph and then disaster and then relief. An emotional roller coaster of a play for the Bruins as they now set up for a first down. First and 10 from the Badgers' 20-yard line where the ball went out of bounds. Snap, handoff, 2 trying to bounce the outside, finds a hole, bursts forward for a short gain. Looks like you might have got about 6 or 7 on that play. As the battle continues out here in the wind and the rain. Snap, handoff, trying to run forward, gets wrapped up and brought down for no gain, maybe a loss. This is going to be 3rd down for the Bruins. Looks like they're at about the 14, so 3rd and about 4. Snap, fakes the handoff. It's a QB bootleg. He's running. He finds an opening, runs to the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Bruins. Number 13 on the QB keeper. Looks like one of the Badgers defenders was looking for some kind of an illegal block call, but did not get it. The Bruins first on the board. Off a 14-yard touchdown run by number 13. Looks like the Bruins are setting up to go for 2. Whoa! Oh, umbrella got turned inside out. 2-pointer is good. Oh, God. Ugh. Two-pointer is good for the Bruins. Let me just take a second to update the scoreboard, if I can.